I know. London, travel, must visit. These things don't make sense in 2020. I know that. I'm not going crazy, I think. But I figured we're going to get through this out the other side of this dark fucking tunnel. And for then, we should be prepared, right? I don't know. I'm hopeful. I think you should be too. London obviously has a plethora of places to visit, but these are my top 5. Tower of London is not just a tower, it is a full-blown castle and historically a very important one. One of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites, it has served its purpose as a prison, a royal residence, a menagerie, which is basically a zoo, and an armory and whatnot. And if that doesn't amuse you enough, I don't know what will. It has a plenty of stuff to do. You can go for the Yeoman water tours, watch the ravens, the 350-year-old armors at the White Tower. But my favorite part of the Tower of London was to gawk at the crown jewels. It is definitely the biggest jewelry exhibition I have ever seen. I mean, not that I go to jewelry exhibitions around the world on a monthly basis or whatever, but you know what I mean, right? It basically is a room full of crowns, rings, regalias, robes, and everything shiny from the coronations of kings and queens of England over centuries. Also, I'm an Indian and I saw Kohinoor at the Tower of London, which was keeping personal sentiments aside, it is definitely mind-blowing to see that. Diamonds were just lying around like no big deal, just some diamonds. If you're one for the details and you love your history and your audio guides and everything, then this place may take about 2 to 3 hours to visit it properly. But if you're just there for the aesthetic value of it and just want to quickly see what all it has, then I'd say 1.5 hours max. Right out the Tower of London, you get the most exquisite view of the Tower Bridge. The color is so pretty. It is such a ginormous architecture, you would think it'd be like rusty red or grey or something, but it's actually light blue. I mean, even Thames is not blue. When you come out of the Tower of London towards the Tower Bridge, that whole junction is the best place for your Insta snaps. The bridge is one of those places where you can just end your day with your deep thoughts, but like also a happening situation going around in the background. You can actually also go on the high-level walkways of the bridge and see all the action happening from above the glass floors, which is like amazing. Next on my list is the ever so lit Piccadilly Circus. Technically, it's just a traffic junction, but the neon signs and the video displays and all of that make it super happening. It also kind of reminded me of Times Square, New York, just because of the lights and that it is a popular intersection too, where people just hang out. Piccadilly Circus is also very close to Leicester Square, which is very famous for its epic cinema buildings, but also has more than its fair share of amazing food and restaurants. I ate in that area maybe 60% of the times while I was in London. It is also close to Trafalgar Square, which is another prime hangout spot in the city. Also close to Oxford Shopping Street, which is one of London's best shopping areas. Not only London's, I think in general too. I would say keep at least one evening to start at the Oxford Street, then hang out at the Piccadilly Circus, then to the Trafalgar Square, and then end your day with a delish meal at Leicester Square. That'll be like the perfect happy equation of life. Oxford Street shopping plus Piccadilly Circus plus Trafalgar Square plus Leicester Square. Well, there you go. I just gave you the equation to the mystery of a happy soul. London is definitely one of those cities that have spectacular skyline views, and it obviously has a myriad of places where you can get those views from, like the top of the St. Paul's Cathedral, the Primrose Hill, London Eye. But there is hands down no better place to get that view but from the 72nd floor of the Shard. Not to mention it creates the best opportunity for you to dress to the nines, look all snatched, and fit into the Zaza Zoo of the city like never before. I managed to get the best pictures of the city from the Shard. The final one on my list is the Windsor Castle. I don't know why I did. Now, some technical nerds might argue that it's not exactly in London, but it's just a train ride of an hour and a half at max. So I think it can be managed in half a day. So I will have it on my list. Because fuck you, it's mine. I needed to give it a spot in my top 5 because if you're going to be in London, you should get a close enough look at the royal life. Maybe in a less creepy way than I just said. But yeah, Windsor Castle is your place to do that. It is not only as old as the 11th century, it is also the largest inhabited castle in the world today. It is still a functioning royal home. The Windsor Castle tour is so involved, it actually takes you through the reception halls of their wedding. Again, the Windsor Castle is an amazing location for your gram pictures. Not only the castle, actually the rest of the Berkshire County has the best European vibe. It is gorgeous and it gives an amazing view of the Thames River. I think even better than what you get at the London Bridge or the Tower Bridge. I'm not gonna lie, narrowing down to 5 places was very difficult because I can still name 10 more places that are worth visiting, like Primrose Hill, Hyde Park, St. Paul's Cathedral, Soho, Emirates Stadium, Westminster Abbey, 221B Baker Street if you're a cumber bitch like me, London Eye, Thames Cruise, Chinatown, O2, etc. etc. However, if you do not have a lot of time on your hand, you could just visit the 5 places on this list, and I promise you the next time there's a discussion on London, you would feel that you know the city quite well. I needed to give it a spot. I needed to give it a spot. I needed to give it a spot in my I needed to give it a spot in my top. I needed to I needed to give it I needed to give it a spot in my I needed to give it I needed to give it I needed to give it a spot in my I needed to give it a spot in my top 5. I needed to give it a place. I needed to give it a place in my top 5. I needed to give it I needed to give it I needed to give it a